season 4 so far has been in a really good season for Miraculous. I already stated in my review of season 3, well, my top 10, that I do love the show, and I think season 3 was the best season. But I actually think season 4 is going to be the one to top it. I mean, so far, this season has amazing episodes. There aren't really any bad episodes. So they're just decent at worst. For me. Overall, this has been an amazing season. So I thought I'd rank all episodes so far that have been released, each from the one I thought was the least good to the one I thought was the most good. But now, before I actually go into this, I will be counting all the episodes that have been released so far, except for Crocodile, since I really wanted to count them in their English releases, and there hasn't been an English release yet for Crocodile. I'm Charlie Lipinski, and this is the first half of Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir season 4. All episodes from worst to best. At number 13, the worst episode so far for me was Queen Banana. I had a lot of hype for this episode. I was really interested, and it came out as just a decent episode. I didn't really find much to enjoy. I just hated Chloe through the whole thing. That's the same problem I have with another and with Cell Crusher, but I'll get onto that in a minute. I just hated Chloe. She was portrayed so poorly. Orly, like bossing around, and say Zoe can't be in this. I'll talk more about Zoe when I talk about Soul Crusher, but I think Zoe's a good character. And I wasn't really a huge fan of Queen Banana herself. Banana Boom Boom was a great sentient monster, probably my favourite Shadow Moth so far created. But there wasn't really much with Queen Banana herself. But there were a few good things for this episode. So, Vesperia is a great new hold of the Bee Miraculous. I really love Vesperia. She was a great hero. Well, I liked how we got to see the magical charm actually work, as it bounces the Akuma away at the end. And I thought it was great that Andre stood up to Chloe at the end. And definitely the strongest element of him so far. Which is hard because there are a lot of strong elements this season. And the film itself, if that was a real film, I'd go see it in the cinema. It was actually pretty good. So yeah, not a great episode, but it wasn't too bad either. Just a decent episode. 7 out of 10 I'd give it. For number 12, I'm gonna have to go with Mega Leech. Now I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna give Mega Leech the same score I have for Queen Banana. Now, mostly because I have the same pros and cons with it. I just don't really like Andre in this episode. So seriously, the last episode showed him sticking up to his daughter, and he was just an idiot in this episode, cut down all the trees in the park. This is easily one of Andre's worst decisions as mayor. Also, I thought all the else would be a good project fact, as long as it wasn't done in part. But selling it into bottles, that would actually be polluting. I'm sorry, that was just literally one of the worst ideas the shows they ever come up with. And I wasn't too much of a fan of Maledictator, as I was with him back in season 2. I loved Maledictator. So it was a great episode. So one of Andre's best works, first episodes, as well as Chloe's best. But I just really wasn't a fan of Maledictator. Like Queen Banana, I loved how Mega Leech can multiply himself. Millions of Maledictators. That was fun. And there were actually a lot of good things. Milan was great in this episode. Her being Polymouse was actually really well done. I really thought it was a good idea, since Mega Leech made millions of Maledictators, we'd need the mouse Miraculous in order to take care of them all. Also, it's a really smart way of mind control, I'd say. So, literally go into someone's minds to control them. I don't know about you, but that's probably the smartest thing I've come up with. Also, the scene where Ivan sacrificed himself to save Milan and was easily the strongest part for Ivan's character. See, that was Ivan's best extra out of the whole show. Now, before I continue, Adrian is not a sentimonster. I don't believe in that Adrian sentimonster theory. Even though it was shown unlike it would be at the end of the episode. I don't believe it. I don't think it's real. Oh, the fandom's going too far. So yeah, like Megalith, not Ike and Banana. It's not great, but it's a decent episode too. So I like it. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. And for number 11, I'm gonna go with Rocketeer. Rocketeer is the first, actually pretty good episode. I don't really have many problems with Rocketeer, so I'll just get the few out of the way. And I think Nina was a bit of an idiot through this episode. So I know I said that about the victim so far throughout all the episodes. But I just really wasn't I have Nino here. Seriously, Ollie would never cheat on you. Other than that, there aren't many problems I have with this. I love how it shows how hard it is for Ollie to keep how she has to keep her Rena Rudy secret from everyone, especially Nino. I'll talk a bit more about the reveal in a minute. Between her and but I did like how it was shown. Also, Rocketeer himself actually ain't too bad of a villain. I didn't like how we didn't get to really see his full power in action. So what it shown, Rocketeer was a good villain. And it has probably one of my favourite designs for the magical charms at the moment. I just really liked it. It's a really good design. Just another thing with Nina being it's far when you reveal your identity to your friend, but revealing even your girlfriend's identity, that's too far. I mean, it was a nice identity reveal, so I didn't know who Cabbages of Rena Rouge were, but yeah, nothing really too exciting. 10. Good episode, had a few flaws, but it was really good. First one I'd give an 8 out of 10 to on this list. Yes. Now we go into the top 10. And this one, number 10, Lies. Between Truth and Lies, well, you can already see that Truth was about one. But Lies himself wasn't bad. So far, the victims I've shown, I did like Kagami in this. A similar feeling that I did have with Luke and Truth, but I'll get to the premieres of the season soon enough. I like Kagami. Kagami feels like Adrian's lies to her a lot. But I think Adrian lies because he doesn't want to hang out with her. I felt really sorry for Kagami there. Also, I like how getting acclimatized into Honor-chan last season instead of being acclimatized to the post again. I understand why they had to do a different villain. And I did like the power of parallelising everything that lies, which is technically everyone in the world because everyone really lies. I mean, if Pinocchio got hit by it, yet I don't know how long he'd be paralysed for. Yet I do have a few problems with it. Well, I thought it was good that it took place alongside Truth. I felt like some of the scenes that were in Truth, it could have been cut out. Technically. I understood the point, just I wish they were done much better. And the ending was just too similar to Truth in a way. A for me. Yeah, it's not the best episode, but it ain't bad either. 8.5 out of 10, I say. Number 9, I'm gonna say a number 9 goes to Guild Trip. I know many people aren't really a huge fan of this episode, and I honestly don't see why. This was a really good episode. I wasn't a huge fan that they didn't show the music a lot, but I did really like this episode. So I just felt really sorry for Julica in this episode. As she tries to keep a equal, but she can't, and feels like everyone's guilty because of her. Role also was really, really well done as well. I loved Pig. She was a great superhero. But out of the Sentient Monsters, I'd say Guild Trip is my least favourite. She's not bad, but she's more of like a portal than a real Sentient Monster. I'm not a huge fan of Guild Trip. Also, another problem, everyone except kind of Adrian. Kind of except Adrian in this case was really hateable. Like worrying for all that friend, and after Julica said not telling her, I think they're just giving hints. I think they just gave Julica hints that actually. Oh, hold on. Rose hints. Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't think that there was any need to bring Flex back. Overall, really good episode. I don't know why many people don't like it. It was a really good episode. Actually, the first one I give a 9 out of 10 to. The next, trust me, numbers 8 to 6 will all have a 9 out of 10. So I won't just say the rating. I will. Anyways, 8. Number 8. Furious Fu. This episode brought up Master Fu back in a really good way. I like how he was coping after Miracle. yes, I'm not actually one of those people who like Miracle. It was a really good finale. I really like how they did it. And Furious Fu is easily my favourite season 4 villain. Mostly because they didn't decide to find another person. Arson instead. And that was great. Hey, done. Also, I think Su Han is great. But a bit of a coward. I wasn't really too much into him, but I hope we see him more in the season. So give him advice to Marinette of how to do things. Another problem I do still have is only a minor one. The one is mainly how this was Zophie. Release date doesn't matter. We can release this before all the actual it actually was the proper introduction to Shadow Moth. Seriously, if this came out in English, then no one would understand what was really going on until Truth came out in English. That's the only problem though. The rest of the episode was really good. 9 out of 10, easily, yes. Number 7. And Truth. Truth is a great episode. Easily one of the strongest premieres. As one thing I did like about Truth was Luca. Because Luca was just handled perfectly through this episode. So I just really liked how like Kagami, he was suspicious of what Marinette was doing. Also the episode where his heart was broke open and Marinette said that the truth was the only thing she couldn't tell him. Got a bit emotional, but it was pretty cool as well. This episode also was a great introduction to Shadow Moth, showing how much of a threat he can really be to the heroes. Rose, like a really big threat to them. I just really loved it. Did a lot. It was handled phenomenally. Phenomenal. Magnolia. I hope I said that word right. Like phenomenally. Big. And I love the costume as well. As well as the transformation. Also the twist is that Luke and Julica's start and Albus Jagged Stone was a pretty big surprise. I did not expect it, and it was done really well. If I did have to have a problem, it would be Light Eye. Light Eye himself actually ain't bad. He's actually really well done. I'm just not a huge fan of Light Eye because they use a similar trope they use with Reflect though. Cataclysm hit. Some of the sentiment to defeat the villain. Yeah. Overall, great episode. 9 out of 10. Really liked it a lot. Number 6. Soul Crusher. can I just start this episode off by saying I love Zoe. She's easily my favourite character. She's easily one of my favourite characters in the show. I'm just going to say that right now. Zoe we got a great introduction here. This show, Zoe was the sister to Chloe. Oh wait, and quite the opposite, trying to fit in with her family, but she couldn't. And when she couldn't handle, she is accumulating so far the best villain of the season next to Fury's Fu. Seriously, I actually thought she was gonna suck Marinette up. Although if she did, it would be hard for her to be defeated. So I guess that was the reason why they decided not to suck Marinette up. Because let's be honest, if Fluff used her power, well, I think it makes things too complicated. Speaking of combinations in their powers, if we got more to see with Kalki's power. It was the only problem I have with the episode. So, and that was it. Also, I love how this is probably Andre's best role, showing Owen that he wanted to be a film star, but because of family, he was forced to be mayor. I actually felt quite sorry for him. Also, Marinette was really kind at the beginning of the episode. So, very kind. Indeed. It's just one of the kindest things she's ever done. Giving this, doing a lot for Zoe. That's just really a nice thing to make up for a little mistake she did. Yeah. We learned something from this guy, you know. No, great episode. Really loved it. 9 out of 10. Just great. Right, now we move on. Now the next few episodes. So it was 5 to 3, I'd say. We'll have a 9.5 out of 10. So they're just amazing episodes. But number 2 and number 1 are not just 10 out of 10s, by the way. They're just amazing episodes. So let's move on. On. Number 5, Mr. Pigeon 72. Mr. Pigeon 72 built up on the foundation from Gang of Secrets really well. Taking place after the episode, we see how Marinette that can be a bit annoying trying to get Ekgami and Adrian back together. It was so funnily executed that I just loved it. It was really well done, in my opinion. Yeah, kind of the only gripe I have with the episode. But also, whenever Rena Rouge appears, you know it's going to be a good episode. I just love Rena Rouge. She's a great hero, great character. I really love Rena Rouge. Also, I thought Mr. Pigeon's power this time was much better than his usual power. With this, he turns people into actual pigeons. That's creative. And the illusion seen as Cat Noir can't be that. Actually, for me, because I thought Cat Noir was actually there until the 30 minutes. the second trailer Ella the Miraculous YouTube channel always puts out came out revealing that Adrian gets turned into a pigeon, so that was mainly an illusion. Yeah, thanks a lot. Still an amazing episode, and a great introduction to the magic charms. Speaking of which, I bet many of you have a question for me. What do I think of Ladybug's new Lucky Charm magical charm suit? I didn't think too much of it when it first introduced Furious Food, but when this episode finally came out into English, I liked it. It really grew on me, and I really can't wait to see what the suit does more all throughout the season, as we're going to now see it in every episode. So I thought I'd just say it now, since it's really important, and this was where it's introduced. It's 9.5 out of 10, really good episode. Number 4, Santa Bubbler. Santa Bubbler is easily hands down Ollie's best episode yet. Yeah, as also often one of Shadow Moth's greatest plans yet. His greatest plan is an octagon, and I'll get to that episode in a little while. Shadow Moth's great plan was actually well done. Making a Santa Monster of Bubbler looking like Nina was akumatized actually for me. I thought this was the episode where Nina was going to get his magical charm. And it turned out Rocketeer was the episode. So, although I wish it's the Miraculous trailer did not. Plus trailer. The 32nd trailer was released Easter Day after the Santa Bubbler came out in Brazil, because no longer believe it, because that ruined the feat, even that it turns out it was actually a villain called Santa Bubbler, not the actual Bubbler. That's the only thing I just wished. It also, so the plan is smart. Not have Alia come get given the Miraculous. The ladybug comes, then betrays, makes an illusion of her as being rude with if ladybug. I could fool Cat Noir, put Cat Noir in a bubble captured by Santa Bubbler, and at the end, and given if in Shadow Moth of Rena Rude, Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculous. It is theorized that we might see get the Miraculous later in the season. So I don't believe theories until they actually happen. So I won't say it much. Overall, just an amazing episode. 9.5 out of 10. There wasn't really a problem with it. I just felt like it deserved a 9.5 out of 10 because that noir scene. That was a problem in the opening scene because it was actually a little bit creepy. Yeah, that's not my only problem. So let's move on. Number 3. A Wishmaker. Originally, I had this at number 2. Because I actually ended up giving this a 10 out of 10. So I originally had this at number 2. But now I think that Wishmaker was pushed back here. Not really much of a problem. I mean, still, it makes Wishmaker an amazing episode. So, Luca's role was great. 8. I love how he found out both ladybug and Candle's identity instead of just finding out one, not the other. And he decided to keep it a secret, but since that would make him a harder target for Shadow Moth, like how Olia already is. I also like how it went into Alex's story. At the beginning, I just didn't like him, but until he revealed that he used to have long hair, but he was teased. The reason why he made this show to make fun of people, that was actually a bit emotional, and I nearly cried, but it wasn't the most emotional thing I watched that week because we also had Evil come out the day before, and that was easily one of the most emotional Sony Pictures animation films ever. As well as an amazing film, you better check this out if you haven't already. And Wishmaker himself was a great villain. Probably my favourite so far. This season. Also, Shadow was safe when he found out that Adrian was kept alive before Luke did the second chance was absolutely phenomenal. I just gotta give Ted out of 10 to that bit alone because his face was pure win. I want to see memes of that. Speaking 10 out of 10, that's what I give this episode. 10 out of 10. Amazing episode. Really awesome. So, number 2. Actually, I'm tying number 2 with number 1. Because both Gang of Secrets and Optigami, they're amazing episodes. We'll start with Optigami, which could be mainly number 2. Optigami is an amazing episode. It has not 1, not 2, but 3 center monsters. That's probably the most in an episode. Seriously, we had Sentinino, Center Alec, and Optigami itself. I also like that there was a small appearance of Mayora. And how Hot Moth in this case, Shadow Moth didn't forget the identities of the heroes. I assumed he wouldn't, but yeah, that was great. Really well done. And also, I do think it was a good idea of Marinette giving Olia the Miraculous as Fox permanently. It was a strong concept, and I can't wait to see how it does for the rest of the season. Also, it was great seeing Style Queen back. I love Style Queen. She is really well done. And Shadow Moth's plan. Getting Optigami into a Miraculous with a great plan of akumatizing order, as well as taking out all the Miraculous holders. This before Ladybug can give them a Miraculous was absolutely perfection. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for this episode. Just loved it. As for Gang of Secrets, you know what makes this an amazing episode? I know what makes this an amazing episode. We all know why this is an amazing episode. First off, this is the first time we ever see someone break free of an accusation. I loved how Olia broke through. Look, sorry, Shadow Moth, I'm not going to be Lady Wi-Fi. You can never accumulate me again. And you can keep your Lady Wi-Fi packs. I thought it was done really good here. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of how it did. It was done in Rocketeer. Oh well. Just different. And also the scene at the movies. With the movie date. Oh my gosh, that was an amazing scene. Ian, well done on scene, I say. An awesome scene. Really great scene, I say. But I think you know why this is the best episode. So, the ending where Marinette reveals her identity to Alia. Her just saying I am Ladybug as the last lines of the episode just made it for me. It left as a great cliffhanger to the next episode. So, just really was a great cliffhanger. Yeah. Well done. That's weird. I know it's not related to the video in any way, but yeah. So yeah, both of these episodes are 10 out of 10. So far I'm leaning for Gang and C because it's the best episode of the season. Oh, and then I'm leaning the other way. And then I might lean the other way with Opticon being the best episode of the season. But this is just two awesome episodes. I just can't decide a favourite right now. So far, the first half of season 4 has been amazing. I love the 13 episodes and I can't wait for the other 13. Mainly the English crocodile. I'm waiting for that one. And then looks like there will be some great episodes. That title to Visual like as a physical medium, comedian. Them easily one of the hardest titles to pronounce. I'm already excited for Gabriel because I really want to know who finds out Shadow Moth's identity. And yes, I actually believe in that theory since Blue revealed it. That was the only theory I believed in so far. Then again, it was in Portuguese, so I could be wrong. Who knows? Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to the episode where Marinette's parents get akumatized. Yeah, I do believe that one as well. And Last Attack of Shadow Moth sounds like it will be an awesome finale. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, I congratulate you. I'll admit that did go on a lot longer than I expected. So, but anyway, I will do a review on the other half of the season once all the episodes come out in English. I won't do it straight after all the episodes come out unless they're all in English. So if the final episode gets released, but not many of the episodes are in English, even though I'll just be waiting until all the English episodes come up, then at the end of that video I'll actually explain the 10 episodes I actually think are the best. And you probably will see which one is better to Optigami, me or Gang of Secrets. But yeah. Anyway, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!